I thought the worst thing that could happen at my garage party was a noise complaint. But when she screamed, "I'm calling 911," my stomach dropped like I'd just realized my car keys were in the fridge. Because she didn't just mean noise, she said we were armed and dangerous. What she didn't know was who was actually inside my garage, and why her call would end up flipping the entire street upside down. I'm Malik, and I live in a neighborhood where the HOA treats lawns like military operations. One crooked welcome mat, prepare for a passive aggressive newsletter. Curtains too dark, instant citation. Normally I'm careful, trash cans hidden, hedges trimmed, friendly nod for the patrol guy. But that Friday, my younger brother Tariq had flown in from out of town, and my cousin Jamal, the self proclaimed chief of fun, insisted, "Garage party, bro. Just good food, music, laughs, low key sacred stuff." So I got to work. Rolled the cars out, swept the garage like I was auditioning for HGTV, extreme cleanliness, slapped up two sad LED strips, set folding chairs, and put a cooler by the door. By 7:30, people started arriving. And here's the twist. Tariq's training friends, not gym bros, not accountants. Calm, tall, scanning the room types who smiled politely but moved like they already knew how this night would go. Off-duty cops, all of them, blending in like they were part of the wallpaper. Then she appeared, Vanessa, or as the street calls her, Karen 2.0, materialized on my driveway like a walking HOA rulebook. Her glare could wilt flowers. She pointed at the garage. "Permit?" she demanded. I blinked. "Permit for happiness?" And in that moment, I realized this wasn't just a garage party. This was the start of chaos, comedy, and sweet revenge waiting in slow motion. I tried to stay calm, but Vanessa, Karen 2.0, was circling the garage like she was auditioning for Neighborhood Patrol, Extreme Edition. "Shut this down," she demanded, phone already out, like she was calling every emergency service in the tri state area. Jamal leaned over, whispering, "Bro, she's really doing it." Inside, the party blissfully ignored the drama. Tariq and his training friends were laughing, trading stories, tossing wings into their mouths like nothing was happening. I whispered to Tariq, "Who exactly are these friends?" He just grinned. "You'd freak. Relax." I did a slow blink. Oh, I was freaking. The truth hit when I noticed how they moved, calm, deliberate, every glance measured. These weren't gym guys. These were off-duty cops, blending in like friendly ghosts, knowing exactly how to stay prepared without anyone noticing. Then Vanessa hit send. The siren started. A distant wail first, then growing louder, creeping closer like a dramatic drum roll. My stomach did the cha-cha. She had actually called 911. Inside, the energy flipped. Conversation stopped mid-laugh, phones down, hands visible, chairs scraped softly as everyone stood, not panicked, but ready. Marcus, the tall one, glanced at Tariq. "She did it?" Tariq went pale. Marcus exhaled slowly. "She did." I stepped outside to negotiate peace, trying not to sweat like a summer popsicle. Vanessa pointed her phone at us, big grin. "I felt unsafe," she said. The word hung there, heavy with absurdity. My garage, my friends, my little brother suddenly seemed like the most dangerous people in Willow Springs. And then it clicked. This was no ordinary HOA showdown. This was revenge waiting in slow motion, funny, tense, and deliciously inevitable. By the time the first police car rolled onto the street, my garage party had turned into something straight out of a comedy thriller. Lights flashing, neighbors peeking from behind curtains, Vanessa pointing her phone like she was starring in Neighborhood Under Siege, the reality edition. Inside, everyone froze, but not in panic. Marcus stepped forward, hands open, calm as a monk. "Ma'am, everything here is fine," he said, voice smooth like butter over gravel. Vanessa's smile wavered. "Excuse me?" she demanded. Then Marcus said it slowly, like dropping a mic for the first time in HOA history. "We're off-duty police officers." The words hit Vanessa like a ton of HOA bricks. Her phone wobbled in her hand. That's not possible," she stammered. The neighbors outside gasped. Some whispered, "Oh, that's why they looked so ready." The sirens kept approaching, but now tension flipped to comedy. Vanessa, who had thought she was summoning the cavalry against armed and dangerous hooligans, realized she'd called backup on her own police neighbor's garage party. Senior Officer Jake arrived and calmly started taking notes, all while Vanessa tried to explain herself. Every exaggerated complaint she'd ever made, the curtains, the mailboxes, the suspicious garden hoses, suddenly sounded like a sitcom script. Finally, Jake looked her in the eye. "Ma'am, calling 911 without cause is serious. Misusing emergency services has consequences. Vanessa's shoulders slumped. For the first time ever, the woman who ruled the street with fear looked small. I raised my soda to the garage ceiling, grinning. Marcus and the others clinked theirs lightly, and I whispered to the camera, I mean, to my friends, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because tonight justice tastes sweet with wings. The senior officer's calm presence made Vanessa finally pause. The woman who had spent years wielding fear like a weapon across Willow Springs now realized she'd picked the wrong target. Her phone, once a sword of neighborhood terror, slipped from her trembling hands to the sidewalk. The neighbors were all outside now, watching, whispering, some recording, some shaking their heads in disbelief. About time, muttered Mrs. Patel from 2 houses down, who'd once been fined for a mailbox color slightly too cheerful. Vanessa's perfect composure was gone, replaced with a twitchy, flustered version of herself that was almost entertaining. The senior officer turned to me. File a complaint, he said quietly. Tonight helps your case. My chest puffed out like I just won the HOA Super Bowl. Vanessa tried one last move, but what about the HOA violations? Jake, Marcus, and the others exchanged a glance that said, You have no idea. Jake raised an eyebrow. City ordinances allow private gatherings. HOA issues are civil matters, not reasons to call 911. Vanessa blinked. The words hit harder than a summer lightning strike. By the end of the night, Vanessa resigned from the HOA board. The street breathed easier, no longer terrified of the clipboard queen. My garage party resumed softly, peacefully, but now with a story that would echo through every HOA group chat for months. I raised my soda can one last time. Marcus, Tariq, and Jamal clinked theirs gently. I grinned at the camera. Friends, family, viewers. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Tonight, justice was served, funny, sweet, and perfectly cold. And somewhere across the street, Vanessa learned that power is only as strong as the fear it inspires, and everyone watching just got front row seats to karma at its finest.